Good morning. I'm Dan Mayson, and here's the morning news again. All right. Now, who says there aren't any great bargains out there anymore? A couple from San Francisco made the deal of the century. Turns out Michael Chang and his wife Tina Wan realized that there was a road for sale in California known as Presidio Terrace. The road is lined with multi-million-dollar homes. Some of these homes are to the filthy rich and famous. As a matter of fact, the homes have famous prior residents such as Senator Dianne Feinstein and Nancy Pelosi. It seems that the residents who currently live there failed to pay their $14 per year property tax to maintain the road. The city put the property up for auction to pay for the taxes. Michael Chang and his wife won the auction with a bid of $90,100. It turns out that no one on the street was aware that the property was up for sale until Chang and his wife offered it back to sale to the 181 residents. Instead of being welcomed by this offer, they were a little bit put off. He's really not sure what to do with his what's referred to as a grand circular road. He's thinking of possibly renting out the 120 parking spaces out front of each home, or maybe just sell it. Only in California. Oh my gosh. Hey, I got some bad news for you. Yep. Turns out that the iPhone 8, when it comes out with the fingerprint sensor that's supposed to be built underneath the display itself, ain't going to happen. It seems that Apple is having some serious issues building it into the display. You're also not going to see it on the Galaxy S9. You know, it's just not going to happen. Technologically speaking, they can't get it figured out. You know, this is really annoying because now I have to go to the bottom of the phone and put my thumb. I can't put it in the middle. When is technology going to pick up? I mean, we need this. It's got to hurry. Gosh. All right. New device developed by Ohio State University that is said to repair organs and other tissues within a fraction of a second. The technology is called TNT, also known as tissue nanotransfection. It's a dime-sized silicon chip that injects genetic code into the cells, turning the cells into other types of cells required for treatment. There was a mouse that had an injured leg. It was treated with a TNT, and within just a few moments, it started to repair itself. A month later, it was back to normal. Blood flow was great. The other cool thing is the protective device could be used and stored for quite a long time. Has a long shelf life. Weighs less than 100 grams. It's currently waiting FDA approval, and it could be used to treat just about any malady within the body. An interesting side effect is it makes a really weird sound when you pull off the cover and put it on place. It goes like this. It goes. Anyway, get it? Okay. All right. Let's see. 16-year-old from Melbourne, Australia, decided to go down to Brighton Dandy Street Beach to soothe his aching muscles after playing a game of soccer, or as they call it in England, football. Weird English. He walked into the water, stood there for a little bit, soothed his legs, walked back out, and noticed it looked like he had sand covering from his calf down to his ankles. So he gave it a quick shake off and noticed it wasn't coming off. He also noticed now lots of blood coming from those areas there. He stepped into an area with a high concentration of mites that are also known as sea fleas, naturally occurring scavengers, and apparently they chomp down on you and they keep the opening going so the blood flows by using an anticoagulant, of course leading to his bleeding. Had to be rushed off to the hospital for the bleeding, which doctors eventually were able to stop the flow. So let's see, there's crocodiles, got it, scorpions, got it, dangerous lizards, got it, blood-sucking leeches like fleas. Yeah, I'm not going to Australia anytime soon. All right. Alrighty now. Looks like someone at the Washington Post had their thesaurus at hand because they're pushing back on a recent tweet released by the GOP responding to 1 million new jobs in 6 months created by Donald Trump, stating that it was unprecedented. Post pointed out that the word unprecedented means that it never happened before. They showed out that in the first 6 months of 2016, there were 1.8 million jobs created under Obama's administration, 1.34 million in 2015. They went on to say 1.37 million in the first 6 months of 2015, 1.5 in the last months of 2014, 1.5 in the beginning of 2014, 1.09 in the last 6 months of 2013. Even Carter administration saw an increase of 2.14 million in 1977. So, due to this onslaught brought about by Washington Post that insisted it never happened before, pushed our poor president out of his well-deserved vacation to tweet what he meant to say was, never before has anyone ever been able to produce 1 million jobs in the first 6 months of their administration, whose name started with a D and last name started with a T. All right. Last story. Driving up and down the roads of Virginia, some are reporting what's called a driverless vehicle, more specifically a van. Evidently, it's an experiment to see how people will react to a driverless vehicle. In reality, there really is someone in the driver's seat. The seat itself is, it's a man, and he's dressed like a seat. So his arms kind of, top him. You can see just fine. His head's hidden back into the seat itself. Anyway, they're just looking for reaction to the onslaught of driverless vehicles and see how people will react to it. I've driven up 95 quite often, and to me, I think most of the vehicles seem to be driverless. So, anyway, that's the news for today, August 8th, 2017. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, share this. Make sure you share this. Yeah, it's flame orange. And I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye now.